Hey Rockets, math time again. Remember, we have been talking about quadrilaterals. Do it with me. Quadrilaterals, quadrilaterals. Four sides, four vertices, four sides, four vertices, four angles, four angles, four angles. Some are parallel, some are parallel, some are perpendicular, some are perpendicular. Rectangle, rectangle, square, square, rhombus, rhombus. They are quadrilaterals, quadrilaterals. Four sides, four vertices, four sides, four vertices, four angles, four angles. Some are parallel, some are parallel, some are perpendicular, some are perpendicular. Rectangle, rectangle, square, square, rhombus, rhombus. They are quadrilaterals. Great job. So we talked about this rectangle meets all the tests for quadrilateral. Four sides, four angles, four vertices. We marked that and counted that. We know that the rectangle has two pairs of parallel lines. One pair of parallel lines, and that's the other set of parallel lines. We also know that they have those perpendicular angles, those right angles, perpendicular lines, that form right angles. All right, let's look over here at the square. We said the square also meets the criteria for quadrilateral. Four sides, four vertices, four angles. We also know one set of parallel lines, two set of parallel lines, and also perpendicular lines because they have the right angles. Now we talked about a difference. A difference between the rectangle and the square is, who remembers? If you remember, type it in the comments for me if you remember. On a square, all the sides are the same. Do it again. On a square, all the sides are the same. On the rectangle, two sides are long, two sides are short. Excellent job. Then we went on to talk about the rhombus. And remember we said when we were younger, we referred to the rhombus as being a diamond. Yeah, a diamond shape. But we've matured now, so we're going to use the word rhombus. Say it with me again. Rhombus. We know that the rhombus, four sides, four vertices, and four angles. But it doesn't have right angles. It doesn't have right angles. We talked about this being an obtuse angle right there when we talked about it on yesterday. And we also know that this rhombus has two sets of parallel lines. Parallel and parallel. Well, wait a minute. There is something that is similar about this square and this rhombus. Something that puts this rhombus in the square family. All the sides on the rhombus are the same length. Oh, just like the square, all the sides are the same length. So the rhombus is in the family with a square. Got it? Making sense. Make sure you have your notes. Now I want to go all the way down to the bottom. Make the screen bigger if you need to. I have drawn a parallelogram. Say it with me. Parallelogram. Say it with me. Parallelogram. I've got a parallelogram here. Oh, I'm wondering if this parallelogram is a quadrilateral. So try to draw it. No, it's got a little lean to it. And it looks more like a rectangle or a square. I think you're right, a rectangle. So let's look at this parallelogram. See if it's a quadrilateral. Let's see. Side 1, side 2, side 3, side 4. Oh, it's got 4 sides. So it passed that part of the test for a quadrilateral. All right. Let's see if it has any vertices. Get ready. Vertex 1, where those lines meet. Vertex 2. Ooh. Vertex 3. And vertex 4. So it's got the 4 sides and it's got the 4 vertices. Let's see if it has 4 angles. Well, I'm looking. I don't see any right angles on it, so I know that I'm not going to use my square corners, so I'm going to use that little happy face to mark my angles. So let's see. Angle 1. Angle. Oh, that marker isn't working. And feels like we're back at school with us finding the markers that aren't working, doesn't it? All right, get ready. Angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. 4 sides, 4 vertices, and 4 angles. Wow. So this parallelogram is also a quadrilateral. Oh, and it's got a set of parallel lines. It's got a set of parallel lines. We see that. And we'll talk about that some more tomorrow. But I want to go into this right now. A rectangle, a square, and a rhombus, and a parallelogram, we proved, are all quadrilaterals. Let me tell you a secret. A rectangle, a square, and a rhombus are also parallelograms. Make that note. Rectangles, squares, rhombuses are all parallelograms. Parallelograms, rhombuses, squares, and rectangles are all quadrilaterals. So if I was trying to classify these things, to describe them, and I said, tell me about a rectangle, tell me about a square, tell me about a rhombus, tell me about a parallelogram, I'm going to say, oh, Miss Haynes, they're all quadrilaterals. 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles. But a square, rhombus, and a rectangle are also parallelograms. Let me ask you a question. Can I describe them all as perpendicular? Can I say that all of them that I've shown you so far have parallel lines? Yes. All of them have parallel lines, but not all of them are perpendicular. Uh-oh. Who did I say was related to the rhombus? The square. Yeah. And that rectangle is related to that parallelogram. Well, actually, all of them are, right? Because remember, a rectangle, a square, and a rhombus are all parallelograms. A parallelogram, a rhombus, and a square, and a rectangle are all quadrilaterals. Make it a little bit of sense. We'll pick up and add some more tomorrow. Awesome job, Rockets.